I know that earlier in the week and last week we were asking all of you to please make as many phone calls as you possibly could to senators and assemblymen in the state of California because there was an urgent matter involving the regional centers. And you guys overwhelmingly, I know you called in, because when I would call in and I would hear from the people answering the phone that they were getting a lot of heat, there was a lot of conversation happening. I can tell you that by all estimations, it did not do what we desired it to do. There is still much that we don't understand about what's happening, but we're going to be talking about this throughout the show as we get new information in, and we have specifically asked for a quote from Senator Darrell Steinberg's office, and we're hoping that we will get some information from them during the show, because I have to say that I am a little mystified. I understand that it's important for a budget to be balanced, but what happened yesterday, and I'm going to read this directly from Senator Darrell Steinberg's website. It says State Senator President Pro Temp Darrell Steinberg, Governor Jerry Brown, and Assembly Speaker John Perez. And you've heard us talk about these names before because Senator Steinberg and Assembly Speaker Perez have been champions of the autism fight and making sure that legislation passes that is sensible and appropriate. We have given virtual awards to Senator Steinberg and Assembly Speaker Perez. So imagine all of our complete and utter shock that a budget has been agreed upon for 2013 and 14. It has not yet been signed, but it was agreed upon that aggressively pays down debt. We love that, right? Establishes a robust reserve and funds modest targeted investments to strengthen California. It is a $96.3 billion general fund budget that was announced yesterday in a press release and includes a compromise on the governor's local control funding formula, raising per pupil spending for kindergarten, great, through 12th grade across the board, while significantly increasing funding for disadvantaged students. And quote, our responsibility is to maintain fiscal balance, and that's exactly what we've done in this budget with a $1.1 billion reserve and more than $4 billion allocated to pay down state debt. Within that, we've also found some room to make up for some of the most damaging cuts we were forced to make in the past years, said Senator Steinberg. Quote goes on, by restoring adult dental care, improving crisis mental health services, and expanding career technical education, we will have taxpayers' money in the long run. We will save, taxpayers' money in the long run and strengthen our economy while reaching to help millions of Californians in need. All of this sounds great, right? At the same time, we've committed to stronger investment in our children's education. Woohoo! We've reached a compromise to increase funding for all of our students in all school districts while providing significant extra money for low-income students, English learners, and foster youth. And it goes on to say, no one is a loser. No one is a loser under this formula, and the entire state wins with enhanced resources for education. Okay, well, that's fabulous, except that what it did was leave out funding for autism and for autism families in a very important way, that it removed the ability for the regional centers to give any help or support to any family for copays for insurance. That as of July 1st, it would mean that those families are the indelicate the explanation for it that I can think of is not something I want to say in the air, but they're up the river without a paddle, let's say that. And we have a statement by FEET that we'll be reading a little bit later on in the program, and the title for it is Sad News that Reagan ushered in the Lanterman Act, and Senator Steinberg and Senator Perez were, I want to get the quote exactly, that they were the death of it. Where's the actual quote? Reagan ushered in the Lanterman Act. Steinberg and Brown ushered it out. So in the midst of this, it's going to help every child. No child is left behind. I want to know where the autism child goes in, and we're talking to people who have been our champions. So I want to hear from them, because if there's a plan, I don't want to expend all this energy getting mad if I know that there's a plan. So we have asked for a quote. We'll see if we get one. We're watching the email to see if they have something to add to that.